Hi, and welcome to Prepping Essentials. Good morning, it's 6:30 on Saturday the 19th of March. Just making my way down to the land, and as always, not quite sure what we're going to get done today, but let's find out. Well, here we are down on the land, and as you can probably see on the grass, it's a bitterly cold, frosty morning. Sun is trying to peek out there behind those trees, but I think it's going to have a job on its hand thawing this out this morning. It's a bit annoying actually, because the forecast, I've been checking the forecast religiously through this last week, thinking about heating in the Polytunnel. And it's not forecast frost at all. It's all been temperatures in the sort of 6s and 7s through to the sort of 15s and 16s, which indeed it was yesterday afternoon. Beautiful afternoon yesterday, but mornings bitterly cold. Anyway, I digress. I've got a few things to bring in from the car. Busy weekend this weekend, but we'll talk about that once I get in the cabin and get opened up. First things first, sort the chickens out, and as usual, little red one's busy pecking away. It is cool this morning, really cool this morning. Anyway, I ain't got time to mess about, so I'm going to get the coop sorted out, get the eggs and get in the cabin. Well, good morning. It's the weekend, and it's a cool weekend. No, it's not cool, it's bloody cold. Oh, it's nice to get back in the cabin. I've not put the fire on this morning. I won't be here long enough to do that. I had the diesel heater running while I was in the chicken coop, sorting the chickens out, and I've got a little gas fire just popped on there. I've turned the diesel heater off because people complain about the noise. So there you go, the things I do for you, eh? Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're staying safe and well and enjoying your weekend. It's been a busy week. I'm trying to juggle full-time work with moving out of my current house. I'll be handing the keys over on Tuesday morning, maybe even Monday afternoon, just to get it out of the way. So I've got a storage unit rented because there'll be a gap between this house and the next house. So I've got a storage unit rented. I've been ferrying stuff backwards and forwards, and I've got more stuff to move today and tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow is pretty much a write-off. I will quickly bob in to check the chickens, but no more than an hour. I'll be busy emptying the final bits out of the house, giving it a good clean, ready to hand the keys in to the estate agent. So yeah, crazy week, as it is elsewhere in the world. Loads going on. We've got Bank of England put their interest rates up again, third time in 4 months. US Federal Reserve Bank put their interest rates up. And there is a theme emerging of these little grinding small interest rate rises through the rest of this year, so that it's not a big hit all in once, because there is a danger, if they overdo it, that the whole market economy will collapse, and we don't want that. Although to look at things, you would think it's already collapsed. Supply chain certainly has. That's in complete disarray, as all of these sanctions have been applied onto Russia, and the war in Ukraine has gone on to, what is it now, second week? So yeah, supply chain is pretty much buggered. Things are going to be increasingly difficult to find over the coming months. And prices equally. I was complaining about paying £1.70, whatever it was, for diesel fuel the other week. It's past 180 now. So yeah, cost of living. But what I would say is there is nothing that you or I personally can do to change the war in Ukraine, to fix the global supply chain problem, to stop the interest rate rises, or indeed to prevent a complete global financial crash like we had in 2008. There's nothing you can do about that, personally. All you can do is prepare. And I would encourage people to do what I'm doing. I don't mean go and sell your house tomorrow, but focus on things that you can do. Don't put stuff off just because there's a COVID crisis, there's a war in Ukraine crisis, there's a stock market crash, whatever the crisis happens to be. Don't get distracted, because at the end of the day, that's what government and the media want. They want to distract you and keep you running from little crisis to crisis, like a little red hen chasing my hand for the seed in the morning. They don't want you to have control of your life. They want to totally control your life. And that will happen very quickly and very easily if you allow it to. If you just buy into the spin and the hype and go, oh my God, this is happening, I can't do anything, I need to just sit in my house, like people did all the way through COVID, and watch the world around them collapse. One thing I can guarantee, if we do have any of these big events, if there is, God forbid, a World War III, somebody presses the button and the nukes start flying, or if the entire global economic system collapses onto its, I was going to say arse, bum, the government is not going to come round your house and take care of you. I promise you that. They are not going to suddenly open up their stockpiles of food and say, oh, you've got no rice. There you are, have some rice. If the nukes start flying, you are not going to get an invitation to their personal bunker to ride out the storm. It's not going to happen. Government wants you controlled. That's all they want. You to do whatever they tell you to do, no matter how outlandish that might be. They just want you to be a good little sheep and follow the narrative. And that's the worst thing you can do. If you take your eye off the ball, before you know it, there is a major crisis and you open your cupboard and there's nothing in there to eat. So please don't get distracted. Yes, there's some terrible things going on around the world, but the main thing that you should be focusing on is you and your family. And perhaps your wider extended group, because some of us do have a little extended group, whether that's friends or family. Or if you're a hardcore prepper, it's your MAG, your mutual assistance group. They're the people we should be focusing on, not government, not the media news stories and the hype. Just forget about all of that stuff. Yes, keep an eye out for the emergency warning bulletin coming on your phone. But until that time happens, focus your attention on things you can do to improve your personal life and to build your resilience to whatever crisis might be coming around the corner. And if you're new, apologies for the rant, but go back and have a look through my previous videos. Nice to see that there's a few more new people popping up on the comment section. I don't know if these people have been here for a while and just been kind of hiding in the shadows waiting to pop out, or whether they've literally just stumbled on the channel, but welcome to all of those people. I hope that there is something of interest in the videos that I put out. A couple of the new commenters have been asking about various things, whether that's portable solar power, water storage, a variety of different things. So have a little scroll back. I don't know how many hundred videos there are on the channel now, but there's something there for everyone. Whatever the prepping subject, just scroll back through and have a little look, and hopefully whatever questions you've got can be resolved. I will try and answer as many comments as I can in the comment section, but on some of the older videos, you know, I kind of check the one I've put out for about a week just to see any new comments, and then occasionally I might dive back into older videos to have a look, but I can't possibly go through all of the videos going back 2-3 years, just to check in case there's a new comment. I'm sorry, but I just literally don't have the time to do that. I do work full time. This is something that I do in addition to my work to try and help people to become more resilient, more prepared, and to give them a few ideas about things that they could be doing. But as always, if you've got any comments, questions, tips or suggestions, do bang them in the comment section. It's not just about asking me a question, it's about answering other people's questions. So if you see one in the comment section and you know the answer, bang an answer in. Say hi to people. Try and build up that engagement in the community part of the YouTube channel. Get involved with the comments. And while I'm on a comment section rant, help me out. Like the videos, share the videos, bang a comment in, even if it's just hi. All of that engagement on the video helps promote the video to YouTube and tell YouTube people are interested in this. Please promote the video through the YouTube ecosystem. So yeah, thumbs up, thumbs down if you're that way inclined. Sharing, commenting, all of that stuff does really help. Selflessly, I'm trying desperately to build up the numbers. We're at 2,200 and something now, which is fantastic that many people have subscribed. But it would be nice to get the numbers up. So by liking, commenting, sharing and pushing the video out beyond the bounds of the normal subscribers, hopefully will help do that. Anyway, I'm on a time mission today. Apologies, it will be a short one. I've brought a few more potatoes that I've been chitting. I'm going to pop those into probably 2 buckets. I won't do any more carrots just yet. I'll give it a break for a few weeks to try and get that succession planting. So I will pop in the polytunnel very briefly. I did manage to do a bit more work for a few hours last Sunday, which I took some video clips. That's not been put out yet. So what I'll do is I'll put that video piece into this video, so you can take a little look at that, whatever I do in the polytunnel. But then really it will be time for me to go. I'm sorry I can't put out more content this weekend, but we should be back to business as usual over the coming weeks, because I'll have got myself out of the current house and I'll just be then waiting for the new one. So there should be a few weeks gap before the new one's ready, where it will be business as usual on the YouTube channel anyway. And then there might be another little bit of a blip as I try and move into the new house further down the line. Anyway, we'll get this coffee down me and get into the polytunnel, put those potatoes in. I'll bang a clip in now so you can see what I did on Sunday last week, and to give you some content other than me ranting away. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe and well, and I'll catch you up later on in the video. Just busy digging out all of the things that I need for that irrigation system in the polytunnel. So I've got a self-priming pump there, which I've used before. That came out of the polytunnel when I dismantled it. And then I've got a digital timer. So the idea is, excuse the mess, I'll use the folding solar panel and the portable battery box to get power in the polytunnel, and then rig up that pump to that new barrel I've put in. So that's going to keep me out of mischief for the next, I don't know, hour or so. Well, first things first, get this portable solar panel in place. I've done this before in the garden room, where I've just placed this out inside the building or inside the structure. And it's gathered enough daylight to keep the battery topped up. So I'm figuring if I put it behind the workbench, the same kind of principle will apply. I've just got to manage to get it in there. Oh, that's a pure bit of luck there that it actually fits in the gap between the bottom shelf and the top shelf. That wasn't designed, it's just pure fluke. Excellent. So that should, in theory, be okay. Just need to move that so we can rest back against the workbench. Got the power cable, portable battery box. If you're new to the channel, I'd encourage you to look at something like this. You can make it yourself, because that's exactly what I did. And all it is a 12-volt battery inside a box with some power sockets on it. But you've got portable 12-volt power. Take it anywhere you want. So if you've not seen this before, literally all it is a standard 12-volt leisure battery. I normally have a little inverter in here to give you 220 volt mains power, but because it's out in the polytunnel, it's going to get damp. I've taken that out, and then all I'm literally going to do is connect it up to the solar panels. But then you've got two ports for power out. There's a 12-volt cigarette lighter style one, and then there's two USB style ones. I'll be using probably the 12-volt cigarette lighter one, and then there's an on-off switch. I mean, it's really very, very simple. There's a video on the channel as to how to make it. So if you haven't got one, have a look at that video. We're not talking a lot of expense, really. Batteries, new, probably about 65 quid, depending on how big a battery you get. Cheaper if you get them second hand, of course. A couple of power out ports, probably about £7 or £8, £1 for a switch. The box is probably more expensive, because I think they're about £12, £13, something like that. But that with a solar panel, and you're laughing, you've got portable power anywhere, camping, hiking, off-grid like this is, you know, why wouldn't you? Anyway, I'm going to get this connected up, and then I can get cracked on with the pump. So we're just bringing in the power, negative, positive, and that's that. Job done. And you probably can't see, let me take this off the tripod. We've got 13.7 volts and trickle charge in the battery, and that's inside behind that greeny coloured plastic sheeting. So not bad at all. If you don't want the battery box, you could just direct wire this to a battery and take the feed. And if you don't want to buy the switches, you've got USB ports on the back of these panels. So yeah, bargain. Let me get the pump set up. Okay, we're making progress with the water system. So I've piped off from the tap here. It runs round and up to a pump that I've mounted on the bench and then flows out the other side. Power's coming from the panel, which is tucked behind the bench here via the battery box. You can see that power's on. If I flick the switch, it's off. Flick it back on again. Clearly it's on. So that's powering the pump via a little timer that I've got set up here. I don't know if you'll see the date or not. Oh, there we go, that's better. So you can see Sunday 13:27. You can program this to come on 15 times on and off during the day, various days of the week. I'll just basically set it to a simple setting of Monday through to Sunday, twice a day, morning and late afternoon, just to kind of prove the system works. If I take it off the program setting and then flick to manual, if you can see the move there, now it's showing auto. Flick it again, on, pump comes on, and there's the water. And just knock that off. So eventually this pipe will be plumbed into those little irrigation spray nozzles, but I've got nothing in right now to go on timer, so I don't want to do it now. But I've just proven the system works essentially. The big new tank, batteries permanently charging through the solar solar panel, and it just kind of proves that the timer switch works as well. So excellent, really pleased with that. Everything's tucked up on the bench out the way, so it's nice and safe, and I'll be able to just leave this to its own devices. Once summer arrives, I can stop worrying about having to be down every day watering. It'll do it for me. Well, it will in the Polytunnel. Well, here we are in the Polytunnel, and it's surprising the difference in here. Don't know if you'll see the condensation. Maybe you will on there. Yeah. So there's a distinct temperature increase in here. Really pleased I got this done, and I just pushed on regardless of the weather. Now it's up and running, really going to benefit me with getting an early start. Got all the buckets out ready for the carrots. You saw those. You probably didn't see the paraffin heater. I popped that in on Sunday. I've not had it on, which is why I was kind of annoyed coming across the field this morning, because the forecast just didn't say we were going to have any frost at all. It was saying no frost, which is bloody annoying, but hey, there you go. Strawberries have woken up from their little slumber, as incidentally has the cranberry. That's woken up now as well. I've got my potatoes out. You saw those last week. Carrots, the first couple of buckets, look, that I put in have sprouted already. And there's also, look, a little potato peeking out of there. There we go, look at that. So that's the first one off and running. It did shoot that one a few weeks ago, and then the frost killed it because I didn't have the polytunnel up. But clearly it's liking the conditions now. So got all of those, got some more buckets ready for planting. I've brought down some potato chits, or chitted potatoes. I'll pop those in. And hopefully you enjoyed the little guide of me installing that water system as well. So let me get set up, get these potatoes banged in, and hopefully we'll have a quick visit and a quick shoot off back home to get sorted out with the move. Well, as I've said a million times, there is no great science to this. If you've not done this before, these are quite cheap. If you really don't have the money, you could just use plastic sacks, put a few holes in them for the water to drain out of and use those. But I would just encourage everybody to have a go. Try growing your own. It really is worthwhile. It really is. The more you can do for yourself and be less reliant on shops or government, the better. Give it a go, you'll thank me for it later. And there is something really satisfying about having your own vegetables. There really is. I know a few of you have already started because you've kindly put some comments in the comments section. Let's pull that out there so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Some of these are a little bit small, but they'll all come in. There we go. Let's sacrifice that one. I can always fill it up later. Yeah, let me know what you're up to in the comments section with your planting. A few of you have definitely already got started, I know that because you've told me. So come on everybody else, what are you up to? Let us all know in the comments section. There we go. That's some more potatoes in. Good job done. Progress. That's what it's all about. Well, that's it for today. Very, very short visit. But the main thing is sorting the chickens out and they're done, so everything else can wait. A couple of more buckets in the Polytunnel. Look at that bit of sunshine on the field. It is still bitterly cold though. One thing I have noticed is how the trees are waking up, which is really nice to see. Despite the best efforts of the rabbits to dig up my fruit trees, they are budding. Don't know if you'll see that or not. Yeah, lots and lots of buds coming out on pretty much all of them, so that's nice. I wish I had more time to spend down here because it looks like later today we've got blue skies and the sun peeking out. It really does look like it's going to be a lovely day down here later on, but as usual, time's against me. I've got loads and loads and loads to do this weekend, so unfortunately I do have to get cracked on. You never know, might be able to get an hour or two in tomorrow, though I have got a bit of a long trip to do tomorrow. I might try and do a little video of that so you can at least see what I'm up to. But for now, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe and well, enjoy your weekend, and I'll catch up with you later. Well, that's it for this video. I hope there was something in there that was of interest to you. If you did like the video, please do click on the like button. Also feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As always, welcome any comments, questions or suggestions you might have. How's your weekend going? Apologies for the short content this weekend, but I really truly am extremely busy with this house move, so I hope you'll forgive me for that, and I'll do my best over the coming weeks to make up for it by pushing out a bit more content. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe and well. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.